Good evening, race fans, and welcome to another Thursday night here at Extreme Racing TV for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. The Indy Series tonight, they hit their season finale here at Autoclub, as we still have just a little over 4 minutes here left to go in practice. Let's go ahead and get to our team points coming into tonight, shall we? We'll get to the practice here in a little bit. But coming into tonight, the team standings are Gigabyte Racing there in the top spot with 1,124 points. In second, we got CRT Pulse Racing there at 1052. In third, Real South Racing, 499. True North Racing, 478 in fourth. Back in fifth, Team Name Motorsports, 477. In sixth, we got Legacy Racing with 390. In seventh, Mr. Rogers Racing, 294. In eighth, we got Anthony Rucker Motorsports, 276. Team iCar back in ninth with 185. And rounding out the top 10 in the standings here for the team points, we got Built Different Incorporated with 141 points. Let's go ahead. Even though, the champion was crowned last Thursday, we still got, standings to go down through as far as where they're sitting at coming into tonight's race. Lance Anthony there, your Season 2 champion with 531 points. In second, Garrett Hagan. Just wasn't able to get enough points last week to make it a championship race here this evening, but he has 458 points. In third, we got Dylan Williams, 452. In fourth, CJ Harden with 435 with 410 points. In fifth, we got William Rucker. Edson Santos in sixth with 381. With 350 points, Brian Edwards is sitting back in seventh. Felix Wetzel there in eighth with 333. Anthony Youngs in ninth with 249. In 10th, Rick Raven with 246. With 231 points, we got Bradley Williams in 11th. In 12th, Travis Rucker with 196. With 195, we got Aaron Hobart there in 13th. In 14th, William Swetson with 180. And rounding out your top 15 in points coming into tonight, Andy Frazier there with 153 points. As far as tonight goes, where they're standing at right now, go ahead and bring that tower back up. We got in that top spot, we got Dylan Williams with a 31,876. Joshua Osborne in second with a 31,903. Andy Frazier third with a 32,022. Alex Offenbach there in fourth with a 32,024. And rounding out your top five in practice here, Lance Anthony in that 52 machine with a 32,058. Obviously, these times can change in qualifying. A lot of it, I'm sure, has some draft effect to it. So we will see how that transfers over into the qualifying. Go ahead and get down to the weather here, shall we? Currently in the sim, it is 10:05 p.m. It is not 10:05 Eastern Time. That is just how they have it set up in the sim. So it's 10:05 in the sim. The temp outside, 66 degrees there in the sim. Track temp right around 67. We're under partly cloudy skies. Winds coming out of the west, right around 11 miles an hour. The humidity is 89, 90%. You're seeing, some fluctuation there with the speed, as well as the humidity. Was 89 when we turned it on, and went up to 90 there. So we will have some fluctuation in that as not only the race progresses, but also, the remainder of practice was coming down to 20 seconds. And obviously into their qualifying session. Speaking of which, before they go ahead and get into the qualifying, let's go ahead and step away, get in our national anthem. Do not go anywhere, folks. We will be right back. Alright, welcome back everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed the sights and sounds of the national anthem as qualifying is just getting underway here. Coming down to just about 3.5 minutes here left to go. Nobody has yet laid down a lap, I don't believe so. Oh yes, we have two that have laid down a lap. It looks like right now we got CJ Harden in that top spot. And get the onboard on for you guys. He is sitting at a 32.330. Alex Offenbach there in second with a 32.665. But we still got more drivers. William Rucker, Andrew White, Lance Anthony, Garrett Hagan, Joshua Osborne, Kalex Wetzel, Edson Santos, Scott Watson, and Bradley Williams all out here on the track. As Osborne puts himself up to third, CJ Harden in first, Alex Offenbach there in second. Joshua Osborne sitting here in third. Lance Anthony getting out here, your Season 2 champion, out here on track, getting ready to lay down a qualifying time here. With the Season 2 champion being crowned last Thursday night, tonight is more of just setting yourself right to end Season 2 and getting ready for Season 3 here with the Indy Series of the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. Pretty much all about bragging rights here. Establishing that you're going to be a driver to contend with going into Season 3. Based on this season, the way it shook out, there's going to be a lot of competition here between Lance. You got Garrett Hagan, Dylan Williams. I mean, I can keep going down through the list. Bradley Williams, CJ Harden. All these drivers are phenomenal guys that come out here and race week in, week out. You got Scott Watson out here as well. He's another driver you got to watch out for every time he's out here on track. Edson thought he completed a lap, but he did not. Lance Anthony up to that top spot with a 32.147. Oh, I'll take that back. Williams in the top spot. Lance is in second. I didn't have my ATVO all the way up. Garrett Hagan sitting here in that fifth spot. We're down to a minute here left to go. Kalex is out here getting his qualifying times. And now Edson, he just laid down a 32.847. Good enough for ninth on his first lap. We'll see what he's able to do on his second lap here. As Kalex laid down a quicker lap on his first lap. Dylan Williams up to sixth on his first lap with a 32.275. We'll see where Edson here is going to shake out coming out of turn number 4. Going to stay down onto the apron, cross the start-finish line. Puts him up to the top spot with a 32.104. Edson Santos grabbing the pole here this evening. Dylan up to fourth. And Kalex there is going to qualify 8th. As qualifying has come to an end here this evening. All right, so we will go ahead and get ready to get them down to the starting grid here this evening. All right, starting row number 1, grabbing the pole here this evening, that 20 of Edson Santos, a 32.104. Congrats again to Edson on grabbing the pole here this evening. William Rucker on the outside of him starting second. In row 2, we got Lance Anthony at 52. On the outside of Lance, in that 32 machine, we got the Dylan Williams machine rolling off fourth. In row number 3, the 33 is CJ Harden. On the outside of CJ, the 07 of Joshua Osborne is going to roll off sixth. In row number 4, we got Garrett Hagan in that 30 machine rolling off 7th. On the outside of Garrett, the 2, Felix Wetzel there, rolling off 8th. In row number 5, the 56 of Alex Offenbach there, rolling off 9th. On the outside of Alex, the 116 of Bradley Williams going to roll off 10th. In row number 6, we got the 3 of Andrew White rolling off 11th. On the outside of Andrew, we got the 29 of Scott Watson rolling off 12th. And row number 7, the 84 of Tim Dessel rolling off 13th. On the outside of Tim, the 24 of Andy Frazier going to ride shotgun here this evening, rolling off 14th. Still waiting for all the drivers to grid up here. Santos is not in the Discord, so I'm not going to be able to get him up here for an interview before they get rolling. Alright, as the pace car is rolling them off here, go ahead. Get them ready to go. Green flag racing. Well, I do appreciate everybody tuning in here to Extreme Racing TV here for another Thursday night. Looks like currently right now, I saw 5 out there watching right now. Thank you everybody for tuning in here this evening. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you go ahead and get informed anytime Extreme Racing TV goes live. Now, this is going to be a conclusion for Season 2. For the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. After this evening. No announcements yet on when or if they're going to get Season 3 going. I know they've been talking about getting it going. They've been doing polls on what kind of car to go to. Keep these or go to the updated version of the Indy Series. And I think they voted for the newer vehicle. As the pace car is getting ready to dive off to the virtual pit road here at Autoclub, the Legacy Autoclub, as it is currently no more in real life. Green flag is out. We are green flag racing here this evening for Season 2 finale here at Autoclub. As you can see already, they're starting to get racy right off the bat. Go ahead and get the onboard so we can go ahead and show you who we're on currently. As, I mean, you pretty much put a blanket on who you want to cover here. It looks like Edson's going to lead the first lap here this evening. 99 laps to go to lead here. We got 3 wide going on between Santos, well, for a moment anyways. Santos, Rucker, and Osborne. Osborne is falling back here. This is definitely going to be a lot like a super speedway as far as these cars being able to draft. You're going to see some pack racing that we saw at Michigan. These tracks are very similar when it comes to that kind of style of racing with these cars. So you're definitely going to see, you know, the car behind the leader per se get a lot of momentum down through the straightaways and probably use that to their advantage going through the turn. As we got, who is that into the wall? I think that might have been Dylan Williams. No, that was not Dylan. Trying to get a car number. Oh, we got a spinner. I think that was Andrew White. There in that 3 machine. Let's go ahead and take a look here and see exactly what happened. It looked like Garrett came up just a little bit. Probably got a little, yeah, he hit the apron. That's what happened. I thought either he pushed up or he got some air. Here it was the apron that got him. And it looks like, go ahead and get a far chase here. I knew I was going to do that. Garrett Hagan. He just came up. Ooh, actually, well, I mean, he still was going to hit him. But netcode initiated it. And who was that flying? Oh, that was Andrew White. All right. So disclaimer here. Anybody has motion sickness, I would not recommend watching this, as we will go ahead and get on Andrew White here. That is how, unfortunately, his night is going to end, unfortunately. As we do have Dylan Williams on pit road, Scott Watson on pit road, Andy Frazier's on pit road, Bradley Williams on pit road, Kalex on pit road, Lance Anthony on pit road. William Rucker also made a pit stop. And I'm assuming Garrett came down as well. It's showing he's been out here one lap. Everybody else in front of him has been out 5, so I'm assuming Garrett came down after that slight contact. Come down, get new tires. Might have used a fast repair. Let's see here. Yes, Garrett did use a fast repair. They do get one here this evening, so we got Dylan. You got a meatball flag, same with Scott Watson, from the damage they received. They probably had to take a tow. That's probably what Dylan's sitting here waiting for, is the tow to get complete. Go ahead and get that fast repair done and get back out here onto the track. Andrew White has disconnected, taken his vehicle behind the wall. His night is over here tonight. It looks like we have a couple more takers on pit road. Rucker again, as well as Lance Anthony back on pit road. Garrett Hagan also coming down pit road once more, probably just topping off on fuel. Not sure they're going to be able to make it from here. I highly doubt it. Still down, what, 94 laps to go here. But Edson up here in that top spot still. As far as positions gained, you could see it on your left side. All the drivers who have gained and lost positions, but as far as the most positions gained here so far, that 24 Andy Frazier up 6 spots. Alex Offenbach there in that 56 up 5. Joshua Osborne in the 07 up 4. And Bradley Williams in that 116 also up 4 positions here. A little update on the weather here. Air temp right around 66. Track temp still at 67. Partly cloudy skies. Winds out of the west now at 7, 8 miles an hour. Humidity is up to 92 as the pace car is off through the virtual pit road. And the green flag is back out. We are back at green flag racing here this evening, as it took a minute for the ticker to update that we were green flag. I think Edson took the advantage of the pace car diving off and going whenever you want to go. As we got a battle here for second with Joshua Osborne and CJ Harden. CJ taking that inside and completing the pass there over Joshua. And we also got another battle here with Kalex and Alex. Alex is going to jump into the outside. And not going to be able to do anything with it quite yet. As, I mean, we got battles going on. Might have to go to a different TV cam here, so we can go ahead and see more of the track. CJ and Joshua battling hard here. Taylor completes the pass there. so far it's worked out for Edson. He is jumped out here to got a 0.6 of a second lead over Joshua Osborne. Don't know how long that's going to last. You'd think you think second and third would be like, let's just go ahead and get in the line here and let's track down Edson. But they're not doing that right now. They're making good TV, though. Definitely makes for good broadcast, these battles that we got going out here on the track. As CJ is dropping out there. I know that feeling. I had it happen once last night. Had a little glitch on my internet. CJ once again glitched out. I'm sure I will have that at least one time here this evening throughout the broadcast. It is notorious to have that happen to me. At least one time. Get back here to William Rucker. He's in 8th spot. I guess you want to call this like the biggest. It is the biggest pack. But it's like the 5th pack back. Because you got Edson here all by himself. Then you got a 2-car. Then you got, well, now you got a making of a 4-car pack. Got a little bit of gap here between Alex Offenbach and Andy Frazier here. And then you get back here to William Rucker. And this is the biggest pack of them all. From William, you got Lance, Garrett Hagan, Dylan Williams, and Scott Watson, all right here in this pack. From 8th to 12th. As Scott's starting to tail off just a little bit there. I don't know if that's by design. But Edson's still out here all by his lonesome. Still, I mean, he's maintaining a... now at 0.8 of a second, getting ready to push 0.9 of a second over second place. So I'm not sure if the draft's not working as we thought it was going to work. It worked a lot better in Michigan. Or if it's just the fact that CJ and Josh cannot just get linked together, because here comes Alex, Kalex, Andy Frazier. And go back just a little bit. Bradley Williams here in that 116. Guess you want to call him tailing that second pack. Right now, CJ starting to fall back a little bit to Joshua Osborne here. He's flirting with about 0.2 of a second. Well, now as I say that, now he's back up to him. He was just being a lame duck to Joshua. I don't know the correct term to use for that. I mean, he was obviously laying back. But I think there's a racing term that I'm totally missing right now for whatever reason. But anyway, whether it be laying back, bird dogging Joshua, whatever, just trying. I think what CJ is trying to do is get a good understanding of what the car is going to do, where to get the run, how to get the run. Kind of toying with Joshua. There we go. Toying with him. Good Lord. How sometimes the easiest words just slip your mind. You don't even think about it. As you can see there, Joshua Osborne down below the white line. I'm not sure if they have an out-of-bounds rule here. Obviously, any other car, there is no out-of-bounds here at this track. But I'm not sure with these cars, and I don't believe there is. So that is something we're definitely going to have to watch out for in the latter part of the race once we get across, say, lap 80. Who's going to use that white line, go below it, try to run that apron all the way around the track? I would not recommend it. But I'm sure we might have a takers. Oh, we almost had contact there between Joshua Osborne and CJ Harden. No harm, no foul. Get back here to William Rucker in the 8th spot. He is currently sitting about 4.8 seconds back from the leader, 1.5 seconds back from the 7th place driver, Bradley Williams. We go ahead and get some different camber angles going on for you guys. Once again, I do appreciate everybody tuning in here this evening to Extreme Racing TV for the Season 2 finale here for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour Indy Series. Tonight they conclude over here at the virtual Autoclub under the lights. Make sure if you haven't already, hit that like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way you go ahead and get informed anytime Extreme Racing TV goes live. And a big shout out to the sponsors here this evening, MW Cars. I also want to give a shout out to Magnolia Laser, Crown Athletics for coming on board. And I know there's been individual race sponsors as well. I'm trying to go ahead and find those here real quick. U.S. Building Products, that was for the Cup Series they did, but they still came on board, supported the league. B. Smith Maintenance LLC coming on board and supporting the league here this season. Tennessee Hills, Milwaukee 125, that was just a race sponsor, I do believe. Multisport coming on board. J.A. Green Accounting Services PLLC coming on board this season. I already said B. Smith, Magnolia Laser. I think that's everybody. If I did miss any sponsors, I do apologize, because they're going down through the sponsored logo list there for Season 2. As let's go ahead and get back up to the top spot here. I know Lance is doing battle. Edson is 1.8 seconds ahead now, 1.7 seconds ahead. Let's go ahead and get back here where the action was going. Lance Anthony in that Crown Spire machine. Did I read that right? Let's see. Couldn't really tell. Oh no, Crown Golf. Yeah, so far it's been a good race. Unfortunately, we did have that little mishap there at the beginning of the race. Unfortunately, you know, that is part of racing. That dreaded apron. CJ can go ahead and tell you all about the apron. You do not want to hit that. And unfortunately, you know, we did have that take place early on in the race. But thankfully, you know, like I said, they do get a fast repair here tonight. And looks like we've had 3 drivers already use one. And they're sitting back into the back, which, as expected, don't want to take any unnecessary chances right now. Garrett Hagan, Dylan Williams, and Scott Watson, your 3 drivers that have used a fast repair. Pretty much all that is coming down pit road and getting your backup car and bringing it out onto the track. That's all you got. As Joshua Osborne is now pulling up to the back of CJ Harden, trying to look to find a spot to get around him right now. Not going to be able to do anything with it. But, you know, if I was both of them, I'd be begging the other, just push me, just draft me. But I would also try to lay back, get these other 3. Let's all get in a pack here, and let's chase down our leader, who is single-handedly, with no help, pulling away from the rest of the field on a track that we should be drafting at. As Lance is doing battle here with Who is that? That's not Andy Frazier. That wasn't Lance either. Oh yeah, that is Lance. Never mind. He changed his car. It got me confused. I'm not used to seeing that car. So thank you, Lance, for confusing the broadcaster here tonight. Got Lance doing battle with William Rucker. We will go ahead and let's do a little gearbox cam here on the back of. Trying to find somebody that has a close battle going on here. Oh, Joshua Osborne, you see the run he gets down the straight. Oh, almost contact there. Good awareness by Joshua just to back off a little bit. And I think what's happening here is the run's going on. I just noticed that with Joshua Osborne. He got a major aero push. I'm wondering if this setup that they're running is tight to begin with. And, I mean, they've only been out here. Well, Osborne's been out here 30 laps. So they are getting towards the end of their stint, per se. I wonder if that right front is starting to become a factor here. Let's get back here to Lance. Lance is 5 seconds back from the leader, 1.1 back from Andy Frazier. And Frazier's up here with Alex, Joshua, and Kalick. Then you got to go up just a little bit to CJ Harden, who's all by himself now. And Edson Santos, there in the lead, up in the top spot. You remember there earlier on in that run, Joshua here was up to the back bumper of CJ. In front of him, behind him, in front of him, behind him. A lot of swapping back and forth, and now, he's sitting back here in that fourth spot. And it looks like he is pushing a little bit. As you can see, William Rucker and company coming into the picture now as well. And back here, Bradley Williams back here in 10th, all by himself. As Dylan Williams and Scott Watson are a lap down. The only two drivers that are a lap down. So your top 10 are your lead lap vehicles. Then Dylan, if a caution would come out, would be the waiver round if he was not involved in the incident, obviously. You can see Lance and Williams swapping again. Put Lance back up to 7th. And right now it looks like Andy Frazier is the biggest mover of the race here in that 6th spot. Go ahead and pull that up here real quick. Yes, he is up 7 spots. Kalex there in that 2 up 5. Alex Offenbach up 4. And CJ Hard up 3. But we still got a long way to go. We're only on lap 34 over 100, getting ready to complete lap 34. Andy Frazier here doing battle. Don't believe that was Alex. Now they're back racing as if it was the beginning of the race. Got side-by-side racing going on. These drivers back here in the back of the pack, they elected, to make not only a pit stop, but to also come down, top off. Edson, he's been out here 36 laps. CJ's been out here 36 laps. Kalex has been out here 31. Same with Andy Frazier. He's been out here 31. Now, you might not think 5 laps is a big, huge difference when they only ran 3 laps on the green. Andy, I think he touched the wall there coming out of 4. If not, he came awfully, awfully close to making contact with that wall. So, can't ask Edson if that's the case, because he has clean air. But I'm wondering, because that's the second car we've seen do that I've seen live. Just all of a sudden, just drive up as, woo, Alex, he got loose. He didn't get tight. He just got loose there. Let's go ahead and take a look back and see what happened there to Alex. Oh, he hit that apron. Well, that's one way to prevent your car from getting tight. When they clip that apron, you will go ahead and get super loose real quick. Good save there by Alex, though, keeping it on the track, as we do have a caution now. See if we could find out who that was. Well, that was not the incident. Trying to find where it was at. Oh, there it was. I just caught it. All right. So we are looking for... It didn't pop up on my session events here. Oh, well, you're Joshua Osborne. There he is. And I think it just, yeah. Car got pushy into the marbles. Hit the wall. Down he comes into Lance Anthony. And unfortunately, that will bring out our second caution here tonight. I do believe Lance... Yeah, Lance is going to be coming down pit road. Well, everybody's coming down pit road. But I would imagine Lance is going to use a fast repair here. Wait for the battle off pit road. Edson's going to come out first. CJ Harden second. Kalex third. Garrett Hagan fourth. William Rucker fifth. Lance Anthony sixth. Lance did use his fast repair. Alex Offenbach, Andy Frazier, Bradley Williams, and Joshua Osborne rounding out your top 10. Dylan Williams back on the lead lap in 11th, and Scott Watson is your one and only driver currently, 1 lap down. Well, let's see here if we can pick on somebody here real quick. Let's go ahead and see if we can bring up that 116 of Bradley Williams. Let's go ahead and pull him up into the booth. Well, Bradley, let's go ahead and talk about your race here real quick. How's it been going for you here for about the first, not halfway quite yet, but first part of the race here tonight?
Well, first a little bit was pretty good, but I just started losing some traction, so just kind of fell to the back. I was hoping for a caution to come out, as it did. So now I'm back up, so hopefully be able to run with everybody.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like, at least from up here, looks like as the run's going on, you guys are getting a little arrow tight if you're staying back behind somebody. Is that what you're feeling, seeing out there on the track?
It's a little harder to control once you get up behind somebody. So you get pretty loose going out of the corner and wash up almost into the wall.
Oh, okay. Well, that's definitely something we have to keep our eye on, Bradley. Well, currently you're sitting here in 9th spot. Your upper spot from where you started the race. Still got a long way to go here, though. Best of luck to you, and hopefully we'll see you up here in the broadcast booth after the race. But good luck to you, and keep that car clean.
Yes.
All right. Well, that was Bradley Williams. Go ahead and get him up here for an interview here real quick before they go ahead and get the one to go. Get back. Well, they should be getting the one. Should have got the one to go, I should say. Because they don't do the double file restarts. Indy cars, it's all single file. The pace car lights are off. Pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road. Once again, it will be in the 20 Edson Santos' hands. Green flag is out. We are underway once more here at the Virtual Auto Club for Season 2, or Season 2 finale, I should say, here tonight. And once again, Santos getting a good, well, not as good as he did the first time, but a pretty good jump there on the restart once more. But CJ able to keep pretty close tabs on to Edson there. Calix there in third, Garrett Hagan fourth. William Rucker rounding out your top 5 here. Go ahead and crank it up here real quick. Alrighty, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed the sights and the sounds of the Crank It Up here this evening. We're going to go ahead and get that in for the end of the race here. Definitely got some good pack racing going on now between Edson, Calix, CJ, William. Got Garrett Hagan up here as well as Lance Anthony. And just a reminder, both Garrett Hagan and Lance Anthony, they have used their fast repairs. The 4 drivers in front of them have not, so they still got a backup car if they need it in their pit stall, I guess you would say. And Alex Offenbach here in 7th. He still has a fast repair to use. Same with Andy Frazier. Dylan Williams in 9th. He's another driver. He's already to his backup car. And he's getting some good pressure there from Joshua Osborne, that 07 machine. He has not used a fast repair. which is... Oh, we have contact there between Joshua and Dylan. Somehow they did not wreck. Good driving by not only Dylan Williams there. He's the one that got loose, but also Joshua Osborne. Both those drivers being able to keep it straight. As Bradley Williams here in the 11th spot got a bird's eye view of all that action. And Scott Watson here rounding out the top 12. But here we go. We got a hornet's nest going on developing up here in the front as we have a caution. And Dylan Williams is involved. And I just saw Joshua Osborne as well. And it looks like, obviously we're not judging anything here. But it looks like he was pushing. Oh, don't do that. Here we go. He got up to Joshua. Ooh. I mean, I don't think he made contact with him. It was close. Come on, give me that. Oh, yeah, I guess he did touch him and oof. And Dylan has used his fast repair already. Oh, you hate to see that. As Dylan is on pit road. No front tires. Well, that will bring out our third caution here this evening. Still, just crossed halfway here. So we're down to 48 laps to go here. Well, 49 laps to go, I should say. Sorry. Alright, I am back, folks. That was our unofficial commercial break. That I don't have commercials to air, so that was our commercial break. As you're seeing the cars just go around the track at 72 miles an hour. As the pace car lights are off here, so we will be going green next time by. Just to give you a wrap up here, the top five real quick. Edson Santos first, CJ Harden second, Garrett Hagan third, Andy Frazier fourth, Kalex Wetzel there, rounding out your top 5. As far as the biggest movers here, currently Andy Frazier still the biggest mover, now up 9. Garrett Hagan up 4, TJ Harden 3, and Kalex there up 3 as well. As we are getting ready for that pace car to make the virtual dive off once more to pit road. And Edson will get the field going once more. And the green flag is back out. We are back underway here for the Season 2 finale of the Crown Athletics Racing Tour Indy Series at the virtual Autoclub Super Speedway. It's actually Speedway, but I changed it here for tonight because they are racing like it's a super speedway. And CJ is looking down to the edge side of Edson there, going to go ahead and take the lead away from him for now. Garrett Hagan also looking down to the inside of Edson. He has the position going down the front straightaway. He's going to have the position at the start-finish line, so Edson put him back to third. Now, CJ does have a revenge game on him this evening. He was at Michigan. He was leading. And right about there, he decided to go ahead and hit the apron. And, well, the reason why we're talking about it is because it did not work out for CJ. He did not end up winning the race. He pretty much was in the catbird seat to grab the victory. Just went down just a little too far here. Well, not here, but at Michigan, where he was not able to grab the victory there. And we interviewed him last week, and he was talking about how tonight is more of like a revenge track for him, just based on the fact that both tracks are pretty similar in style. As Andy Frazier, Kalex are doing battle. Kalex is on the outside, taking a long way around Andy here. Coming out of turn number 2, looks like Kalex is actually going to have it down the back straightaway. Garrett Hagan, he's got company with Edson once more. Edson using that momentum line. And I don't know if you guys did notice it during the crank it up or not, but they do shift up to 6 down the straightaway, and once they hit the turn, they downshift to 5th. Just go ahead and keep those RPMs in the engine up as high as possible to go ahead and get that momentum down the straightaway. As now it looks like Edson's going to have some help behind him with that 2 machine of Kalex. Or Kalex is just going to go ahead and make it 3 wide. He's like, screw helping anybody. I'm just going to go ahead and try to do it myself. Nope, he's going to fall back now behind Garrett. Garrett, don't know if he's trying to find a way. Well, there goes Kalex. Wild man here on the outside. Watch those marbles up there. You don't want to get those collected on your tires. How about losing grip? You will lose grip in a heartbeat if you hit those in the wrong. Garrett Hagan is falling back. He's back to 4th now. He's got company now with Andy Frazier. Kalex is now up to 2nd. Well, actually, now he's trying to go for the lead, too. He's going to have the momentum coming at it. 2. Edson pushed up. Here comes Edson on the outside of CJ now. This is for the lead. I'm sure we got a battle going on back in the pack, too. As we have a caution, and I do believe, yes, we have carnage out here on the track. Oh, big carnage. Big carnage. We caught the tail end of that. But I think it started with the 116 of Bradley Williams here. And, oh, William Rucker involved hard. hard hit there by William Rucker. And I do believe that was also William Rucker, Bradley Williams. It might have been Alex Offenbach as well. Yeah, that green machine of Alex also involved. Well, let's go ahead and get the disclaimer in once more. If you are in any way, shape, or form motion sickness, do not watch this. As the camera went out on William Rucker. As Bradley Williams is still trying to limp that machine to pit road here. He's going a whopping 5 miles an hour. I don't... Does he still have... He still has a fast repair. William Rucker does too. Yeah, Bradley just decided to finally tow. Garrett Hagan got a black flag on the pit stop. He's going to have to drop back. So currently, the only drivers that have not used a fast repair, we got the 33 of CJ Harden. We got the 2 of Kalex Wetzel. We got the 20 of Edson Santos. 24 Andy Frazier, and that is all. Everybody else has already gone to their backup cars. What they have is what they have. I'm not sure how the broadcast is looking here tonight for you all. I did make some adjustments before tonight's broadcast. One of which I made last night. Just because I saw a video of something that was going on within Windows to cause a few hiccups as far as the shuttering goes. And I also made an adjustment on the bright on the OBS settings here. So far it looks like the network has been working out pretty good. Only dropped 0.2% as far as frames go. And I mean, we've been going for an hour and 10 minutes and counting, so that's a pretty good clip. I'm sure whoever you stream with, their drop rate is a little bit higher than that. So I will take that over losing 0.7, 0.9. I'm sure some of that has to do with other internet devices being used on top of the race. As I'm sitting here just bragging, we got pace car getting ready to dive off. And CJ is going to go ahead and get us going here for the first time here tonight. CJ's in control of the race. And CJ's back on the loud pedal. We are back green flag racing here at the virtual Autoclub for the Season 2 finale of the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. And we got a battle going on for second. Garrett Hagan trying to work that outside. Not going to be able to do it right now. Kalex, though, he's going to be able to make a power move there on the outside. Really pinch CJ. You know, if I'm CJ, I would want to run more of that middle line if I can. But it looks like CJ is just content on running that bottom. He's like, if you want to pass me, go ahead and try to take that top. But we'll see here how that's going to work out for him here if this stays green the entirety to lap 100. Because obviously the driver that's on the bottom is putting more oomph into the wheel just to keep it out of the guy that's above him. I don't want to say guy, the driver above him. Even though Kalex is the guy. But now it's Edson. He just came out of nowhere. And he is now battling for the lead. Coming out of turn number 4, side by side with CJ. Coming to the start-finish line. CJ is going to lead that lap with ease. And CJ is going to be able to steer clear of Edson for now. Well, as I say that down the back straightaway, Edson back side by side with CJ Harden. And Kalex pretty much has nowhere to go right now other than sitting down here, giving an assist to CJ. He could have popped it on the outside. We'll see here if that 30 machine of Garrett Hagen's going to go ahead and decide to do that. No, looks like Garrett got loose. That's what we were talking about there in the interview. Not sure where he went. Anyway. Battle for the lead still brewing here. Got PJ, Edson, Kalex, and Garrett Hagen here. The top 4. Pretty much throw a blanket on them. I think it was Alex. We didn't. Wasn't. Andy's Dylan's still here. He's still in the server. Give him credit. He's probably out here helping a teammate. That would not surprise me one bit. Go ahead and be the eyes of your fellow teammate. Go ahead and tell them where the runs are going. As we got 3 wide here for the lead. Didn't last long, but CJ, Edson, Kalex here. 1, 2, 3. And CJ, right now, he's showing that bottom's the place to be. As far as, you guys get to run, but I got the preferred place as far as the momentum goes, staying on that bottom. Taking the shortest way around the track. Start-finish line, CJ still in the lead, but it's like as soon as they get towards the end of the straightaways, they pop it 3 wide for like a millisecond. And then it goes back single file, and then they build it back up to where they're 3 wide again going into another turn. Not going to happen this time, as now we got Edson and Kalex here side by side. This is battle for second now. And not going to be able to find his way around Edson. He's going to have to fall back to third once more. So he's going to pop back on the outside again. Make it 3 wide here for the lead now going down into turn number 1. And something tells me CJ is going to have it cleared going out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway, and he does. So he's going to go ahead and block the bottom again. We're going to go ahead and make it 3 wide for the lead going into turn number 3. And CJ is going to have it cleared coming out of turn number 4. I'm starting to notice a theme here. Back 3 wide again, going down into turn number 1. And CJ is going to have him clear coming out of 2. No, he's not going to have him clear this time. Edson's going to be able to hold on. He's actually going to take the lead. Alex is looking for second. He has it right now. So it looks like that bottom is no longer working. I think CJ used his stuff up. Either that or he's taking a break. And here comes Garrett Hagan now. And Garrett's going to go ahead and take third away from CJ. As now we got a battle for the lead once more. Edson and Kalex now doing solo battle. But look who's coming up. That 30 of Garrett Hagan. So we'll see here. Edson's doing the same thing CJ did. He's going to ride that bottom. And here comes Garrett Hagan. Is Garrett going to do the Kalex and take it up to the top and make it 3 wide? Oh, here comes CJ back again. He's back into the picture. Can't forget about these guys back here. Joshua Osborne, Lance Anthony. This is the battle for 5th. Then we step back here a little bit to Alex Offenbach in 7th. William Rucker, he is 1 lap down. Not a battle for position, but still a competitor out here on the track. Andy Frazier here in 8th. Scott Watson 9th, just about 0.2 of a second behind Andy. And like I was talking about, William Rucker rounding out the field here. Back up front. Almost contact. Kalex getting real close to that that tire there of Edson. And I don't know if anybody told him or not, but netcode is a real thing. Oh, good la la la. There was contact there between Edson and Kalex. How did they not wreck? How did Edson not turn? Oh, lordy, lordy. Woo! Okay, I feel better. I caught my breath. We're still green. We're still good. But we still get back here. Garrett Hagan, CJ Harden, they're doing battle here. This battle for 3rd. Put CJ up to that 3rd spot now. I was kind of wondering if he used his stuff up, but apparently he did not. Here he is back up to 3rd. As Kalex is now back to the outside of Edson here for the lead. And Kalex is really trying to side draft the hell out of that 20 right now. And it's working. Not able to complete it yet. But he's really pushing the netcode gods, I would say. Battle for the lead still going on between Edson and Kalex there. CJ sitting here in the catbird seat per se. Well, actually him and Garrett Hagan both, 3rd and 4th. They got a bird's eye view of what's going on in front of them with the battle for the lead. There's times that you can't even fit a pencil in between these two. And I think it's going to work out for Kalex because he's really pinching Edson there to where he's really having to wheel that machine. Dude, a little bump there going down into 3. Kalex able to keep it though. And it looks like the same thing's going to happen to Edson that happened to CJ. He's going to have to fall back here to 4th, possibly. Well, maybe not. He's able to gather that back up rather quickly. And now he's going to give the reverse treatment to Kalex. And Kalex is like, nah, I'm not going to have any part of that. I'm just going to go ahead and back off here. Understand where my car wants to be. And I'm going to go ahead and take it when I get the run. So really the top 4 currently right now, they're in the best position currently. You go back to 5th here. He's looking about 1.5 back from CJ, who's in 4th, and another 3/10 up to the leader. So he's about 1.9 back from the leader. Looks like right now everybody's playing safe back in, well, not back, up here in the front. As they say that, here they go again. Battle for the lead once more. Kalex, Edson, 1-2. Battling for the lead. Garrett Hagan trying to figure out if he wants to split the middle, push somebody, take the high side. I don't know. Why do you take below the white line? I don't know. I mean, your options are open. As Garrett is now up against the wall down the straightaway, going down into turn number 1. Not going to have the lead. Right now, that belongs to Edson Santos. Kalex is going to pull up in front of Garrett. These cars are so much fun to watch. The runs they get and the multiple lines they can run, keep the momentum going. I mean, I want to go back and check on what's going on back in the back of the pack, but I mean, you got Scott Watson here. He's got a black flag. Not sure exactly. He probably sped on pit road. He didn't make a pit stop here. I didn't even think of that. We're on lap 26 here of the stint. Not sure if they can go the rest of the way here. Still got 23 laps to go. Coming to 22. I mean, that's 50 some laps, 53 laps. I don't know. I'm not sure if you can. I'm going to say they're going to have to pit. Just going to say that. As now we got Lance up here. Wanted to go back and go check out what's going on through the field. They just go ahead and come back up here. So we got Lance and we got Alex now up here as well. We also got the lap car of William Rucker. He's up here. Right now he's in the best position. He is 1 lap down, but he is the first car 1 lap down. But he's been out here 29 laps, getting ready to come on 30. As the leader just started their 29th, as we're 3 wide once more through turn 1 and 2. Coming out to back to single file, I think. I don't know. Now we're back to 3 wide, 2 wide, 1 wide, 2 wide, 3 wide. I need to start recording 1 wide, 2 wide, 3 wide, 4 wide. Mainly 3 wide. Back to 2 wide, back to 1 wide. Because now we're back 2 wide. Kalex and Edson. Edson on the outside of Kalex. Apparently he thinks now the inside's the best spot to be. Earlier on in the run, it was middle line he wanted to be in. Now Kalex is like, oh, Lord. Guys, no. These are not cup cars. You cannot touchy. Oh, man, they are getting super aggressive. And we still got 7 laps to go. You know what? I take that back. They are going to make it. I don't know if we're going to end this race under green. I do know they get a green-white checker. But the way they're racing right now, oh, man, we got a lap car, Joshua Osborne. Let's see. Is he... Yeah, he's... Oh, CJ up to the top spot once again. But is it too soon? I forgot to change that forever ago. I do apologize. Should have changed it with 20 to go, and I just now realized I got to change it. So CJ in first, Edson second, Kalex third. That is your top 3. Lance Anthony has dropped back here. He's decided to fall back 6/10 of a second. Probably going to go ahead and build up another run here. As now Edson's back up to the top. I think CJ is doing another one of his toying things. Where to get a run, how to get it, and how long it takes to get it. But Kalex, he's back to his lovely outside where he loves to be. Until he's in the lead, then he goes to the bottom. I think sometimes he doesn't intentionally just throw me off. We're down to 5 laps to go. Once we cross the line, we would be down to 4 laps. And right now, that all that's on the line here tonight is bragging rights to end Season 2, going into Season 3. And Kalex has it right now. But Edson Santos, CJ Harden, they're all right here ready to pounce. Can't forget about Lance Anthony and Garrett Hagan. These two are ready. Oh, and we got a wreck, and that was... Oh. Santos. Kalex also involved. Let's see what happened here. And... I think what that was a... Thought you were going to be higher than what you were situation. And Santos, as well as Kalex. So those two will definitely be using their fast repair. I think Santos is towing right now. That is not good for him. I think Kalex, yes, he's back out here on the track. So that might end his night. As now, the tide has turned. Oh, we do have a taker on pit road. That 52 of Lance Anthony coming down pit road. The last minute dive. And got Kalex down, coming down now. Andy Frazier, William Rucker is going to get the wave around here. So I would expect him to come down pit road as well once pit road's open for him. And Santos is now a lap down. Or 2 laps down, I should say, sorry. So the first car on new tires is that 52 machine of Lance Anthony. There's only 3 cars ahead of him. Oh, strategy coming to play here. The top 3. CJ's been out here 37 laps. Garrett Hagan, 37 laps. Alex Offenbach, he's been out here 38 laps. That's your top three. Now they got to restart single file as Alex is starting to blink off in and out. Well, on, off, on, off. Somebody needs to stop playing with his light switch. But Lance is probably in the best position, I would say. But it's hard to tell the way this race is gone. Obviously, Lance is going to have more grip. Oh, folks, this is going to be entertaining. You don't want to miss the end of this race. Definitely, if you're out there, you're tuning in, and you got anybody that has nothing else to do, looking for something to tune in to watch right now, tell them to turn to Extreme Racing TV over here on YouTube. Come over and check the final laps here for the season finale of the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. This is not disappointed. This has been exciting. This has been good. And this finish is about to be wild. Cannot wait to see what these guys have in store. CJ is on a revenge tour here at the Autoclub. But I think if I'm a Lance is in fourth, the first driver with new tires. William Rucker is in fifth. He was just a lap down before the last caution. He has new tires. Kalex, new tires. Andy Frazier, new tires. Scott Watson, new tires. Edson, still on pit road. Pace car is off. Let's go ahead and get the green flag back out. Let's go ahead and wrap these last 3 laps up here this evening to conclude Season 2 of the Crown Athletics Racing Tour Indy Series here tonight on Extreme Racing TV. As CJ got a really good jump there. He got himself out to a 6/10 of a lead. And it's still growing. And Lance Anthony still in that 4th spot. We're going to go ahead and take the white flag here. Coming to the line. CJ still got 1 lap to go here, CJ. Keep it off that freaking apron, CJ. Garrett Hagan is in 2nd. Alex 3rd. Lance still in that 4th spot. So those new tires are not paying off the way I thought they would. Now put Lance up to 3rd, but CJ Harden here in the 1st spot. He's keeping it up a lane and a half from the apron, coming to the start-finish line. CJ Harden going to grab the victory here to end Season 2. Garrett Hagan finishing 2nd, and Alex Offenbach is going to go ahead. Oh no, Lance Anthony is going to go ahead and finish 3rd for some reason and put Alex in 3rd for a moment. But Lance Anthony is going to go ahead and finish 3rd. But congratulations goes to that 33 of CJ Harden. His revenge tour is complete here this evening at the Virtual Auto Club. Drivers giving him a congratulations down the back straightaway. What an awesome race. Awesome finish. CJ, well earned, well deserved. And now you, sir, have the bragging rights going into Season 3. Ending it here with a victory here tonight. Whew! I got to take a breather, folks. I don't know about you all. That was exciting. That was good. And we will definitely get our top 3 up here into the broadcast booth. So don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to go ahead and step away. Give them a moment to go ahead and gather their thoughts. their whereabouts, and we will go ahead and get the interviews underway. We will be right back. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. We have found the top three. After I have recovered from my mini heart attack here tonight, what an awesome race. A lot of action here tonight. But we got to hear it from the drivers, so let's start with our Season 2 champion here tonight. Finishing third here, Lance Anthony. Well, you guys did not disappoint. You brought the action here tonight at Autoclub. Go ahead and talk about it, man. Even though you finished third here tonight, I mean, you had your nights of ups and downs here tonight. Go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, it was a good time. Honestly, I felt like I was one of the stronger cars. Me and my teammate Willie we had a good strategy going. Honestly, that one yellow kind of just absolutely killed it. If it wasn't for that, I think we honestly was probably going to be 1-2. But once he got caught up in his wreck, I kind of was left without a partner. So then I kind of had to just go solo, and I didn't think I was going to be able to catch up to them guys. But luckily, me and Osborne was able to catch up, and then from there it was just kind of trying to position myself in the right spot, and I think I was doing an okay job, but I don't know. CJ and Garrett were pretty damn good, so coming third to them guys is no slouch. So it is what it is. I'm glad we put on a good show for the season finale.
Yeah, you guys definitely, like I said, right at the beginning of the interview, you guys did not disappoint. You brought the action here tonight. And, strategy played to be a pivotal decision maker here. You were the first driver to go ahead and come down on that last caution with 3 to go. Come down, get tires. Restarted fourth, but it looked like just too long to go ahead and get around that car that was ahead of you to go ahead and try to get any kind of momentum. What was going through your head there on that process? Because you literally took the last millisecond dive to pit road.
Yeah, I was gonna do whatever the opposite of that CJ did, but I also didn't want to be the only car to come down. So I seen Calix, and I knew Willie was gonna come down. So I mean, it was kind of a risk. I was gonna restart second, but I abused my tires trying to catch back up to the leaders, so they're pretty hot, and I got pretty wiggly the last 3 or 4 laps of that stint before the yellow. So honestly, I don't know if I could have held on. Maybe if the tires could have cooled down enough during the few pace laps, but I wanted to try to do something different. I knew CJ was probably just going to wrap the bottom. So I restarted fourth, and I think Alex is still trying to learn the IndyCar a little bit, so the restart wasn't great. And then obviously he's going to try to fight for third, which is completely understandable. But it did take me a little bit longer than what it should have to get around him. So yeah, I mean, that just kind of killed my momentum. Thought I maybe had a shot at second, but I don't know. Trying to make a move on the outside probably wasn't going to work anyway. So yeah, man. I mean, Garrett and CJ did what they had to do. They did a dang good job.
Yes, they did. And this concludes season 2 here for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour Indy Series. But you guys got an off season. I know there was a poll out there, you guys, on what car to go to, and if I remember correctly, you guys are moving to a different car going into season 3. Kind of give an insight of what the viewers can expect going into season 3. What kind of cars you guys are going to? If there's anybody out there that's tuning in that maybe wants to join you guys going into season 3.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're out there and you participate in iRacing, come on. We take everyone. So yeah, we're switching to the Dallara IR18, which is the current IndyCar. It'll race similar, I feel like, as the DW12. Maybe not so good on some tracks, but I think it'll race better on all the road courses and stuff. So it's a great car as a driver because I have a lot more tools. in the DW12, we basically just have brake bias that we can change. And in the IR18, you get the front and back roll bars, you get the weight jacker, push to pass, all that good stuff, and the brake bias. So we can kind of tune the cars more to our liking, which I think will be good. I think it'll separate the really good guys from maybe the guys that are still learning. So I think next season will be really good. And yeah, if you're out there and you want to join us for next season, you are more than welcome.
All right. Well, Lance, definitely can't wait to see what you guys have in store going into season 3. Not only with the car that you alluded to, the IR18, but also the drivers that you're going to have come on board and the returning drivers that you're going to have for next season. But until then, you got some time to take off here, get your plans into motion, get some recruitments going. But you still got to celebrate a P3 here at Autoclub. So before we go ahead and let you go and do that, Lance, any final thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before you go ahead and take this Crown Golf machine to the hauler and celebrate your P3 here tonight?
Well, normally we shout out all the sponsors and stuff, but tonight I want to shout out anyone that participated in a race all season long in any of our 4 series. We got an incredible group of guys when we started this middle of last year. I mean, we didn't really know what to expect, and it's blown us away. I mean, we hardly have any drama. Everyone races super hard, but real clean. For the most, I mean, we got a few wild ones. Don't get me wrong, but man, it's been an incredible journey, and I can't wait to see where we go from here.
All right, Lance. Well, you go ahead and enjoy this P3 and your Season 2 champion here this evening as you're crowned last Thursday the champion, but now tonight you can go off into the sunset with the crown and your P3 finish here at Auto Club. Enjoy it. Enjoy your off time, your time recruiting, and all the other fun stuff that goes into the league here. Can't wait to see what you guys, like I said, what you guys bring into Season 3. Enjoy it, and hopefully see you guys around. Until then, enjoy, Lance. Have fun, and get those cars back out on the track real soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. You're welcome, Lance. All right. And that will take us to our P2 finisher here this evening, that number 30 machine of Garrett Hagan. Let's go ahead and get him up into the broadcast booth. Well, Garrett, you just didn't have enough to go ahead and grab the victory here this evening, but you still found a way to grab P2. Go ahead and talk about your race, man. It looked like it was a wild one out here tonight.
Yeah, I was just talking to CJ. It's the first time in a while that we actually worked up a sweat trying to get around a track. Normally, it's pretty laid back and draft pack, or even the tracks where we have to lift. It ain't too bad, but the tire wear and the aero push was just so rough, and it would come out of nowhere. You'd take the same line. Every car in front of you would take the same line they did the lap before, but this lap everybody's going to start pushing, and it was just a domino effect. And then you have that, so you want to take a lower line, but if you go too low, as you know, you hit the apron and you spin. So I mean, I did that for the first caution, and I'm sorry to the guys that I took out there, but I had a pretty good recovery drive, and yeah, that last restart I just got so squirrely on the start, and I was fighting it the whole 2 laps. I'm thankful just to have second, especially with Lance behind me on new tires.
Yeah, it looked like strategy was going to play out there with Lance coming down pit road there. Literally a last millisecond dive to pit road to go ahead and come down pit road. Restarted fourth. Just, he alluded to it, he took too long to go ahead and get around Osborne there on the restart. And, you alluded to sweating. You might want to go back after the interview, go down there and talk to Lance, because he told me this was the first race he did not sweat.
Oh,
so you need to go find out what that boy was drinking.
Hey, I mean, CJ's going to tell you the same thing, man. That was stressful. I mean, I don't know what Lance found enjoyable about that, but that was stressful. Every time you tried to go down low, you couldn't pass on the high side, and every time you tried to go down low, you're just waiting for the push to send you into the car on the high side.
And
I mean, it was fun. It was good racing, but it was tough.
yeah, we noticed that up here in the broadcast during the race. It looked like, on new tires, it really wasn't a big deal with the push, the aero push that you were alluding to. But once you guys got about 10 laps in, it looked like that's where you started to see the cars really starting to push a little bit. And I know I caught it live a couple times where all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, it looked like you guys just stopped steering and just went straight.
Yep.
And now I forget who I interviewed under one of the cautions, but I asked them about the aero push, and they were like, "No, it's loose." I'm like,
No, it was very, very tight.
That's not what I'm seeing up here, but okay.
Yeah, very, very tight. There was some, I mean, I guess later in the runs when we were on low fuel and our tires were older, there was some looseness on the exit, but it was mainly tightness for me.
Okay, so about the 10, 15 lap mark, you guys got really aero tight, and then
Yep.
lap 30 or whatever, you guys started getting that loose. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense now.
Yeah, and as far as taking new tires, I mean, it really would only make sense to do that. I mean, obviously you got to do it when you come in, but like to try to offset with everybody else, it really only made sense to do that when Lance did it at the end with 2 laps to go. Because like you said, you really didn't make too much time up because you had that full fuel load. But when he came in with 2 laps to go, he obviously won't be taking a full fuel load. So I think that was the right move, but just didn't work out for him.
Yeah, the right move, just too much traffic in front of him to go ahead and do anything with it.
We actually, I was down low trying to fake him to come down, and he last second came down. I last second came back up, so I was worried I was going to clip him coming back up onto the racetrack.
Yeah, it looked like it was awfully close between you guys, and we didn't need a incident where what we had at Phoenix with the Cup Series where pace car hit the tire barrier. You guys just take each other out.
Not a good look.
But
that's one of those ones you get the radio call for.
Yeah. Hauler out to the race. But no, I mean, you guys put on a phenomenal race here to end season 2 in these DW12 cars. Obviously, season didn't go the way you wanted it to, Garrett, as far as finishing season champion or anything like that. But you still riding out here on a high note, finishing P2 points night. Hard battling, sweating, grinding it out here at Autoclub. Now, concluding season 2, getting ready to go into season 3, moving to a new car. You're going to have new drivers coming on board. What are you looking forward to going into season 3 here for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour?
Yeah, the season wasn't really it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, in that I did not expect to be finishing second in the championship. I honestly, with some of the guys here, I expected to be 4th or 5th, and I would have been happy with that with some of the I rating of some of these guys. So definitely just looking back, the fact that I'm up here, and then the last half of the season I really came alive. Even though I didn't get any wins, I had a lot of seconds, a lot of thirds, a lot of consistent podiums. So to be able to go into next year with that momentum and try to take it to Lance, I think I've beat him in the last couple races now. Maybe I can keep that streak going next year and get in his head a little bit, make it a little bit tighter of a championship.
Definitely looking forward to seeing if you're going to be able to do that, Garrett. Somebody has to. Lance has won the last 2, so you get. We're going to go ahead and give you that little pressure there for next season.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
No pressure at all, but just a little pressure. But you still got a P2 here to celebrate before we go ahead and let you go, Garrett. Any final thoughts, shout outs before you go ahead and roll that American Legion machine to the hauler and celebrate your P2 here this evening at Autoclub?
Yeah, firstly, thanks to Will and Lance for putting on the league. There was some ups and downs throughout the year, but overall, I thought it was a great season, great league, a lot of good drivers. So yeah, thank you to those guys. Thanks to my teammates throughout the season, Dylan, CJ, and TJ. And Alex was with us for a little bit. We had Kiffin with us and Corbin. So thanks to all of them for running with us. And thanks to Moving Chicane Logistics and Gigabyte Racing for a fast car. And, we get to celebrate a constructor championship today too. So CJ and I are, 1-2 and a constructor. We'll take that.
Hey, nothing better than rolling out season 2 with a 1-2 finish. And, definitely got the momentum going into season 3, so you can't ask for anything better than that. But until season 3 starts, Garrett, enjoy this P2 finish here tonight. Like you said, you didn't finish. You finished better than what you thought in the championship standings, but still, you finished there for a reason. You belong and you can compete. Definitely looking forward to seeing you hang with Lance going into season 3, seeing what you can give him. Definitely gonna hold you to it, Garrett. I want you to see you win that championship season 3. So good luck to you.
We'll see.
Good luck to you. I can't wait to see what you bring out on the track next season. But until then, enjoy this, Garrett, and see you back out there on the track here real soon.
Sounds good, Dennis. Thank you too for a great season. Great broadcast.
Hey, thank you guys for putting on the great season. I'm just the producer. You guys put it on.
Hey man, we try.
All right. Well, enjoy, and see you back out there on the track.
All right, I'll catch up with you.
All right. Well, that will conclude our second place interview here tonight. And that will take us to the P1 finisher here this evening. That will be that 33 machine of CJ Harden. Get him up here in the broadcast booth. Well, CJ, you talked about it last week, and here you are. Revenge tour complete. Go ahead and talk about your race here tonight at Autoclub.
Oh man, it was so good. It took me almost 2 full seasons to get that first one, and now I've got the second one immediately after. It doesn't feel much better than this, let me tell you. And then wrapped up the team championship as well, so super pumped about that. And congrats to Lance on winning the drivers championship, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Just go ahead and talk about your race here. It looked like not only was it a night of ups and downs, it was a night of chaos. It was a night of uncertainty. It was a night of avoiding being in the big one. We had, 2 or 3 big ones here tonight. Just go ahead and talk about what was your mindset after the second caution.
Yeah, it's just you gotta just keep your head on a swivel. At times, especially on these big super speedway tracks, you never know when somebody's gonna take you 3 wide or when it's gonna get real crazy. But I think the biggest thing is just like I said last week, you can't make mistakes. Sorry, my computer flickered there for a second. Yeah, you gotta minimize mistakes and put yourself in a good position to win, which is what I did last week and same thing I did this week. Especially there towards the end, I could really see Edson's rear tires were starting to fall off, so he was getting really loose coming out of the corner, so I gave him a little bit of space to, if anything were to happen, I would have a way out, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened.
You know what? Next time I'm in a race, I'm going to need you to come in and spot for me so that way you can point out somebody you just go ahead, back up a little bit, give them a little bit of space. But coming to the latter part of the race, that last caution, we had some strategy play out. We had Lance come down pit road. Last second ditch effort. He almost made it work. If it wasn't for the fact that he was caught up with a little bit of traffic there, that took him a little bit too long to get around. Did that ever come to your mind to possibly come down pit road there after that last caution came out? Or were you just set on, I'm staying out here, I'm letting it ride, whatever happens, happens?
Yeah, it was probably the first thing I thought as soon as we got behind the pace car was, do I come here? Do I stay out, like what do I do? Because I knew the guys behind me were likely just going to do, the opposite of whatever I did as a leader, which that's what they should do. But ultimately, I decided it's green, white, checkered. So the first lap, it's probably going to be pretty difficult to get enough of a run on somebody to make any sort of move. And then I just got to hold them off for one lap on old tires, but with clean air. So I think the biggest unknown was just what the car was going to feel like after heat cycling the tires like that, because every caution before that, I'd come down pit road to put new tires on. I hadn't gone through, a set of tires and then gone to caution and then went back out on the same set. So that was a bit of an unknown, and it was very, very slippery out in the clean air, but we brought it home.
Yes, you did, and got to say it on air. I did say it in the waiting room before we went back live. Props to you on not hitting the apron there on the final lap in 3 and 4. Kept it lane and a half above. You definitely took your advice, lessons learned, and you did not repeat them here tonight at a track that's, you alluded to, very similar to Michigan. God, I mean, if you would have told me 2 weeks ago that I'm going to win, and then I'm going to tell you in an interview that I'm on a revenge tour the following week, and I'm going to win that race, I would have called you a liar. But yet, here you are.
Got to call your shots sometimes,
And man, you definitely called your shot, and you landed it, and you stuck it here tonight at Autoclub. Awesome way to finish season 2 on a high note. Not only on a high note, but you got a lot of momentum going into season 3. Winning the race, you got the team championship. But now settle down a little bit. You got the off season here. You got time to rebuild, regroup, focus on the new car you guys are going into season 3. Kind of, what are you looking forward to going into next season with this league here at Crown Athletics Racing Tour over here on iRacing?
Yeah, I'm just, I'm looking forward to I'm hoping a lot of similar racing to kind of what we had tonight, with good tire wear, good aero push, just really make the drivers drive the car. I think that's where at a lot of places I think I can shine is when I'm able to actually use my abilities. You're gonna have races like Talladega where you just put your foot down and hope for the best, but tracks like this or Phoenix is one that I really enjoy. Just having to drive the car I think is going to be huge. And then obviously the in-car adjustments with the sway bars and the brake bias and all that. I think it's just going to be, it's going to be even better than this season. And I thought this season was really good with all the different race winners we had.
Yes, this season was really good, and definitely looking forward to seeing what next season brings for you guys. But you still got a victory here to celebrate at Autoclub, as well as a team championship. But before we go ahead and let you go and start the celebrations here tonight at Autoclub and put that MCL, moving chicane logistics, into the hauler, any final thoughts, shout-outs you want to give, CJ, before we go ahead and let you go and celebrate here this evening?
Yeah, I just want to shout out all the guys in the league, phenomenal season of racing again. To Lance and Will for adminning and putting all this on, doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Shout out to Garrett and Dylan for helping bring home the team championship. And then shout out to my wife, Morgan.
All right, CJ. Well, thank you, wife Morgan, for having CJ, giving him permission, I should say, giving him permission to come on board here and race with the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. Great driver, great racing here, all in all, for the league here for Season 2. Can't wait to see what you bring for Season 3, CJ. Until then, enjoy not only your victory, but your team championship. Can't wait to see you back out on the track for Season 3. Until then, enjoy this one.
Yeah, see ya.
All right, everybody. Well, that will conclude the interviews here this evening. Let's go ahead and get down to the final results here tonight. Go ahead and get the race up here. Finishing in that first spot is that 33 of CJ Harden. Once again, congrats, CJ, on grabbing the victory and for claiming your fortune last week that you were going to win here. Revenge Tour complete. Second, Garrett Hagan in that 30 machine. Finishing third, we got the 52, your season 2 champion, Lance Anthony, finishing third. The 56 of Alex Offenbach finishing fourth. William Rucker in that 77 finishing fifth. Andy Frazier going to finish in that sixth spot. Finishing seventh, we got that 2 of Kalex Wetzel. Finishing eighth, we got the 29, Scott Watson. The 20 of Edson J. Santos finishing ninth. In 10th, we got the 07 of Joshua Osborne. Finishing 11th, the 116 of Bradley Williams. Finishing 12th, the 32 of Dylan Williams. Finishing 13th, the 3 of Andrew White. And 14th, we got the 84 of Tim Dills. Well, folks, it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor to broadcast the season here for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour, their second season here tonight, as the sun has set over the virtual Autoclub Speedway for not only the race, but also for the season. Definitely looking forward to seeing what they bring for Season 3 with the new car and the drivers they will bring back and the new ones they will recruit going into Season 3. But until then, enjoy the holidays, take care of yourselves and each other, folks, and have an awesome